Well, hello there, guys. My name's Tori Favreau. I am the Geelong... Wait, I'll try again. Hey there, guys. My name's Tori Favreau. I am the Geelong-Flipper. That was a good one. I buy and resell things on eBay. It's my full-time job, and I take you along for the ride with me. We are building a great community there on the channel, so please do subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and if you want to take the next step, please become a channel member. Today, I am taking you to the offsite, my little storeroom, where I'll show you stuff that I sell, how much it cost me, how much it cost the buyer, and just all things reselling. And today we do have a topic that I will address once I get there, and it simply is this. It was a question asked by a viewer, and it was, how much do you have to make to go full-time? And I think it's an interesting topic, so please buckle up and we'll go for a little drive together, and then we'll hit the topic whilst working in the offsite. All right, guys. See you after, like, the channel members all come up in the video. If you ever wondered who those people are, they're all the channel members. So channel members, if you want to be on that part at the intro, please record a bit. It'll be really cool. Tori here.
Your Uncle Flip.
Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate Tori.
The Geelong-Flipper here.
Tori here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori.
Tori here.
Tori here. The
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? All right, guys, to say the weather today was nothing short of exceptional, well, that'd be a lie. It's exceptional. So, of course, what am I doing? I'm working. It is Saturday, just so as you're aware, and channel members will get to see the video today and later on in the day, and yeah, it'll be out on Sunday. So if you ever feel like you're sort of going through a bit of a weird time thing with me, it's because I typically record, well, nearly 7 days a week. But yeah, it's just a perk of channel membership. You do get to see it on the day. So when I say Saturday, it's because it's Saturday. Just that sort of stuff. Nothing earth-shattering, nothing really that affects the viewing experience as such. I'll skedaddle out here now. There we go. But yeah, I am just thrilled to be able to share my day with you guys each day. And I know they're long videos, so feel free to skip me if you need to, because I don't do timestamps or anything like that. Basically, the way I record is I just hit record and I start talking. If it feels like it's not going to be, like if I'm looking for something and I'm getting distracted by my own voice, I'll turn it off for a second and then I'll have a quick look. But you'll hear snippets and tidbits of information throughout, I hope, anyhow. I have been selling on eBay almost full-time now for a year. I am making enough to make a modest income. Very, very, very modest. Let's just say low. But it's been a hell of a trip, and I've loved showing you guys on YouTube. I'm about to drive past. There's a car cleaning place, and one of the guys who, well, he's the manager. He lives in my block of units. This car needs a clean so badly. I don't know if you guys like, well, no, you'll get it. But particularly if you are resellers, going from just like sort of casually to maybe part-timing, your car gets, well, mine anyhow, gets filthy. Absolutely filthy. I mean, I travel a lot, sourcing stock. I've slowed down a little bit just because I've got a lot of stock. If you're a new comer to the channel, you'll see just how much stock I've got. And I'm also happy to say that today we are going to be pulling down the Death Pole Doom Challenge tub number 4. Tub number 3 is filled. Tub number 4 will be coming down. And during the course of this probably very long video, I will show you what is in the tub, because you guys wanted to see what was in there. Now, let me preemptively give you a warning, all right? I'm on my way to get coffee and stuff like that too. But I did a live stream last night and people were telling me, oh, I bought this and I bought that, okay? And I get it. One thing I really need you to pay close attention to, and screw the fact that I may not always be making eye contact. I'm like totally looking. The camera is above the windscreen. It's on the visor. So I look through, obviously, because I've got to look to drive, and I'll occasionally glance up very quickly at you. Okay. So I am at a stoplight. Don't just buy stuff because you see me holding it. That's what I just said. I'll repeat it. Don't just buy things because you saw me holding it. Don't just buy things because you see other YouTubers holding them. I'm doing this because I love you guys, and I do care about you, and I do care about your success. And that's the truth. I hope that radiates through in the videos and in the live streams. I care about you. So I want you to succeed because I believe there is no real competition. There is room for everyone. The only time there is competition is when you go out with a mate who's also a reseller and you sell the same sort of stuff. And I've never figured out a good way to part the responsibilities. All right, driving again. But yeah, please don't buy things just because you see me holding them. A few people have like messaged me and said, "Oh, look at this thing I got," and it was something that I pulled out of a death pole tub. But maybe they were watching, maybe they weren't listening properly, and they've thought I've said, "Go get it. It's good." People spending $2 on a DVD that sells for $4 on eBay. Please don't. Even when you watch people and they go, "This is a bolo," be on the lookout for. That's what that means. Double check it. Double check it when you're there. If you don't know how to do sold comps, I'm going to tell you. I can't do it, obviously, because I'm on the phone. In the car, on the phone. The phone's the camera, okay? So go into the eBay app, look up the item that you are thinking of buying, then go to the button that says filter, once you find the thing, that is, and I want you to scan it by image and by barcode, because they are two different ways of looking up the same item. There is a garage sale on today. I'm going to keep on driving because I've got $5 in my wallet. Everything else is electronic. Go to the filter, scroll down. You may have to scroll for a while, and you'll see the button that you can flick that says sold, and you can see the button that says completed. Now, if you're checking stuff before you head out, you can also do the same thing on the laptop or computer, but it is a checkbox on the left-hand side of the screen, currently as of May 2025. Check to see how much the stuff is selling for or has sold for. It's more important than looking at the listings, because some people put crazy high prices hoping to capture that sucker who doesn't shop around, or just someone naive. Let's not even call them a sucker. So just double check and see how much the stuff is selling for. Otherwise you will have a stock problem, which I did before I learned how to do sold comps. I am still cleaning up my mess. Please check the sold comps. That means sold comparisons. See roughly how much it sells for, see how often it sells for, and see how many are currently listed on eBay. That way it will give you the opportunity of figuring out just how long it will take your item to sell. That's my community service announcement, guys. I got worried. It's been increasing as the channel increases. I just want to clarify, I'm your friend who is a reseller. I am not an expert. I am not providing financial advice, and I'm certainly not telling you to blindly buy what you see me getting. All right. So I feel better having said that, because I do care about you guys. But yeah, it was during the live stream last night too. Someone told me that they'd picked up a DVD that had been in one of my videos, and it was a really bad purchase. Now, fortunately, it wasn't that they spent a lot of money, but they just won't get much money for it. I'm just going to order my coffee and my toasty, and because I'm a good human who loves his lady, Ali's at the offsite, I'm going to give her a surprise coffee, and she likes their croissant. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch this off, and I'll be back again in a moment. Now, before you ask, today I'm going to be brave. I'm going to drive past an Oppo and not go in. I've been on the hunt lately, though, for action figures. I'm not too fussed what sort. I want to, and I'm getting a lot of plush. I do check the toy section a lot. I don't know, maybe I even need to put on Facebook Marketplace that, I would like to buy action figures. I think that would be a fun thing to get into. I need to learn more about them, obviously, but action figures, stuff like that, I think that would be good fun. I do like selling toys. I think they're a lot of fun. I love selling books, but they're heavy to carry around. But once again, I do like them. I enjoy clothing too. I don't know. I sell clothes. Just sometimes the photography is a pain in the bum. Give me a hot second here. Yes, got some food. Gotta get some food. And I would like to say a big thank you to Kimbo, who inadvertently 6 days ago sponsored this toasty, this delicacy, and my coffee. So Kimbo, thank you so very much. Kim did a $20 super thank, which gave me $3 change from my side of the food anyhow. I do appreciate it. They're expensive toasties, but boy oh boy, they are good. Speaking good, I'm feeling good. Like I said, got some sales, got 10 items to pick. Today is Saturday. I will return to the offsite. Oh, goodness me. I'll return to the offsite on, tomorrow, hopefully, because hopefully I have a barrage of sales. But I like to break up what I'm doing. And I've got some jobs I want to do at the offsite today too. And I forgot something I needed, and that's annoying, so I might do it tomorrow. But when you get to the offsite with me, you'll see where my bubble wrap dispenser is. It is on an A-frame that is over my packing table. Now, I think it needs to be a bit higher than what it is to give us some clearance. So I'm thinking of maybe hoisting it up onto the struts on the roof with rope and just dangling it down from the stick that it's on using said rope. When I need to change it, I can simply lower the rope, which will let one of the sticks go down, and there's doweling at the end that I can unwind and then take it off. I'm thinking things through. I'm experimenting. I don't want to use saws on things unless I have to, and I don't have to at the moment, so I'm going to be trying that. Using restraint, will not be stopping at the Oppo. And I'm looking forward to getting to the offsite. I do like it. It's an expense, another business expense, but I do believe it's allowed for us to, our house was cluttered, and I say was. There's still some tubs that need to be moved out, but before then, it was like I was being a horrible hoarder. There was just stuff everywhere, not neat. It wasn't listed, but it was all over the place. Like I'd get home from a thrifting adventure and literally just bring stuff into the house and dump it. Just dump it wherever. And it's embarrassing to say that, but it's also better that I do say it, because I know you guys do it too. And if I can correct some of that, then I know you guys can too. That's the thrust of it, to basically talk about these things in an open and candid manner, so as you guys don't have to feel weird when we when we get to these topics, because they are difficult and sometimes it is confronting to have a lot of stuff. So I get that. Don't be ashamed. It is a dopamine hit. I do find, like for me, I used to buy a lot of things when I was sad. Went through a marriage dissolving twice, unfortunately, after very long periods of time. Bought stuff to feel good. Didn't help. It felt good when I was doing it and it was fun. But all it left me was without a financial future, really. Until, after the second one finished, I thought, no, you've got to pick yourself up, and saved really hard and bought the unit. And but then even after I bought that, I still bought things to try to feel better. So I get it. If you've got crap all over the place, even if it's your eBay stock, I get it. I understand it. All right, I'm almost at the off-site now, so I'm going to go and have a little lunch with Ali, and then you'll see me in the off-site and we'll just start talking about stuff, all right? Okay. Wow. All All right, guys, we're at the off-site. So this is where I keep my stock, and this is where we pick orders and I talk about all different sorts of bits and pieces. I've put a new little area here. So just to give you guys something bright and colourful to have a look at, and of course to advertise stuff that I've got in my shop to give you ideas of things that I have at least listed that may be of interest for you. And don't forget, at the moment, what I've been doing is I've been sending out Care Bears as your listing buddies, giving them a reseller squeeze before they head on out. And I think I've got at least one Care Bear to give a cuddle to before it heads out in the post. This is the weekend, but I'm getting it ready to go. So I'm excited to present different things to you. They won't always be high end, but they may be cute or cool, or just trying to get my books out there that you know what covers there are. There's some of my books I've written. We do have a topic, as I said. Now, the topic that we do have today, and I just want to double check and clarify here, so we'll just get out the handy dandy iPad. Bear with me a moment. Okay, so this one was submitted through our Geelong-Flipper. Okay, this one was submitted through our Facebook group, Geelong-Flipper family. You can find us there, and it extends the conversation beyond the regular just YouTube comments that I feel sometimes they need to have a little bit more of a conversation, and the comments may not allow for it. Very professional fiddling with the microphone. Give me a second here. Sorry if I broke your eardrums. Oh, no. Okay, so Kylie writes on the Facebook group, how long did it take those of you full-timers to reach your set goal to leave your employment with others? I only started at the end of February, still building, need to aim at earning $5,000 a month to replace my current wage. And Kylie, thank you so very much for asking that question. I have started to answer that. Well, I have answered it on Facebook, but I thought it was such a good question that I wanted to discuss it with you guys today. And that will be our subject and our topic. And it's something that I'm going to cover fairly quickly, but I thought it might not hurt to have these little segments where you guys can ask me a question. And if I don't know the answer, I'll just read it and say, I don't know the answer, but let's find it out. Okay, so basically with Kylie's question, a lot of people are asking themselves that, how long did it take to reach goals? And this is a simplified answer. And please know for a fact, I don't offer financial advice because some of these things are super serious and could cost you your home. Okay, so I'm going to speak from my own perspective, and I'm going to basically just offer some alternate ideas to maybe what's going on in your head asking that question, because it is something that I get asked when I'm out on the hunt. If I do talk to people, I'll occasionally be asked that very same question. It's pertinent, it's relevant, but the only issue is the answers are also extremely varied. So please bear in mind, this is my experience and just things to give thought to, okay? So at the end of the day, here is the flat out question. There is no straight answer to that question. There isn't. Everyone has different lifestyles, different circumstances, and different financial situations. So, Kylie's saying in her question that she needs to get $5,000 a month. So my 90-day total is currently just over $20,000. So I can tell you right now, it's achievable. It is achievable, even when you factor in fees and costs of goods and stuff like that. Absolutely it is. What it does require, in my own experience, is commitment. A commitment to yourself. I think at the end of the day, it is difficult. A lot of people who aren't in our space don't realize that what we're doing is actually a job. We're here to earn a living. And so there'll be random things like family will call you at times that you're working. And they say, do you want to come and have a cup of coffee? Or do you want to come and do whatever? And they don't understand when you say, I can't, I'm working. But isn't that your joke job? No, it's my actual job. So there's those things to consider. Forgive me, I'm a little bit parched. Don't forgive me, it's fine either way around. But that's one of the things to take into consideration. What we do is extremely different. You'll be working at different hours than what you're used to, but they may be better for you. Here's my absolute, before I waffle and go in all sorts of directions with this particular question. Okay, firstly, Kylie, we all have different amounts of money that we need to live. I'm lucky in that Ali and I don't need that much. We still, of course, want to be comfortable, but we traded off traditional 9 to 5 employment for lifestyle. Lifestyle, the ability to be our own bosses, to only really have one person to blame, being myself, if I screw up. Or, instead of working for someone who may be asking me to do things that are ridiculous, that don't make sense, that I could do better, but I don't have the power within that organization, to having to be in a factory or something at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning, to waking up and having a leisurely couple of cups of coffee before I get my day started, to spending day trips out with my love, finding stuff for us to sell. So it's lifestyle, and it's something that I want you to factor really heavily. Anyone considering going full time, factor the lifestyle, guys. So I also respect the fact that some of you have children. My kids are grown up. They don't need me at all. Okay, but some of you will have children that you're still financially and emotionally responsible for. So you need to factor that in. At the end of the day, I think what you really need to work out, Kylie or anyone else asking this question, is how much money do you need to live, and what sacrifices are you prepared to make? And the sacrifices may be, well, in order to be happy and content 365 days a year, to feel good when I wake up, to feel good with my husband, wife, partner, to feel good waking up in my own solo life, I need to have more control over what happens in my day-to-day, and that will make me a less stressed, more relaxed human being, and that's worth X amount of money. Now, it may be that you go, in order to not feel stressed and to have a clear head, or if you're like me, getting some help with that, then it may be that you can forfeit that $10,000 holiday that you take every year. So all of a sudden your costs of living have decreased. It may be that you are so damn busy earning that $120,000 a year or whatever you're on, that you buy, they may be healthy food, but you may get take home more nights than not. But now you've got free time in your new life where you are the boss and you make the rules. You have now got the time to go to the supermarket every day if you want. I go to the supermarket every day, and it can sometimes, don't go when you're hungry, guys. Otherwise I buy way too much food. But going every day, I'm getting fresh produce every day. So we have beautiful home cooked meals almost every day. They can range from lazy food, like for example, if we have a pizza night like we did last night, we don't go and spend $50 on pizza. We'll get frozen pizzas and heat them up in the oven and have a cuddle, watch a movie, talk. It's beautiful. It's like just having a bit of a relaxed date night. The other night, Ali cooked some absolutely beautiful dish for us. She did this Asian chicken dish. It was delicious. There are just so many things that you can do when you've got the free time to do it. You may be thinking to yourself, I've always wanted to learn how to do knitting. That's an example that I never would want to know how to do. But you've now got the time to do it because you made that decision to forfeit money for lifestyle, forfeit money for happiness, forfeit money for better mental health, less stress, getting rid of that idiot boss. You've got all those extra things that are now back in play for you and your family. And I think sometimes we think, oh, Junior needs all the latest, blah, 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 and we're under pressure and stress. Well, I'll tell you what, learning what we know now, you, me, and Ali right there, who's actually doing something at the moment that will be helping people. She's sourcing high-end jackets at the moment, right? And someone will grab them and love them and be wearing premium clothing for a fraction of the price. And that's what we do as resellers. But let's flip that around a little bit. There's no reason why your kids can't be wearing Nike and Adidas, New Balance, Puma. Absolutely no reason. No reason why you can't be wearing it. No reason why you can't be wearing Superdry. You're going to pick it up for $5 at an Oppo, aren't you? Chuck it in the washing machine. For your kids, I can tell you right now, either they're going to be open-minded about wearing secondhand clothing, or they just don't need to bloody well know. Go and buy it, wash it, put it on their bed. There's your new Nike shop. a Nike shirt. You know, here's your brand new runners. How did you guys get them? They're $300. Yeah, I got them for 20. Your lifestyle can change in a really positive fashion. You might like watching horror movies and collecting horror movies. And all of a sudden, like I used to spend thousands and thousands on DVDs and physical media, thousands. And then once I found Oppos and sourcing stuff, I don't care if it's secondhand. I buy almost all of my video games secondhand, or I use a subscription service. You may just go, nah, screw this. I don't want physical media anymore. And slowly, the amount of money you'll be spending goes down. So all of a sudden, you've got this better lifestyle with better quality time with your loved ones, the ability that at a flick of a switch, if you're having a bad mental health day or a bad morning, go out, get some sunshine. Go and get a coffee. Go and buy a servo coffee if you don't want to make one for yourself. They're $3. They taste great. You've got all these extra choices now that it seems that your life feels a little bit more tailor-made. So what do you need to earn to go full-time? We all have different circumstances. It may be, though, that we need to shift those goalposts a little bit more. Lower the goalposts. If you guys are in, living somewhere that's too big and, kids are growing up or whatever, maybe it's time to consider downsizing. There's nothing wrong with it. You can tailor your lifestyle to suit yourself and your income. You may be feeling like you're buried in debt, and a lot of us are, but you may need to make sure you're making enough money to fill up that hole with the shovel. Reselling can do that for you. You can do casual reselling and start to get rid of all that negativity when it comes to money. When it comes to that negativity, you might be able to do enough reselling. Like during the pandemic, the coronavirus, when we were all in lockdown, I worked for a major retailer, but in the meantime, I was live streaming on TikTok, and true story. And I live streamed and did so well. I had, at the time, about 50,000 followers on TikTok. Not talking about reselling, I was just talking because I knew that people were doing it tough, and I was their company when they were locked down. I'd play word games all day with them, hours at a time, with chat going, buzzing, having so much fun. And I was earning enough of an income trying to pursue my dream. I went part-time at that big box retailer. Then, these things come up, guys. Embrace change, embrace opportunity, but don't ever jump into doing this thing without a substantial amount of time, like track record of earning enough. I fell into full-time reselling through necessity. And I was just lucky. I was lucky. I've got the most supportive love in the world, but I went and worked for one of the big charity machines. There was a lot of bad stuff going on, a lot of stuff going missing, and I couldn't do it. I was there to help people, not be a part of this corruption, so I left. And as a result, I then went, okay, well, I've been making money on eBay, and I've been making good money on eBay. I think it's time to put the pedal to the metal and go that little bit harder. And so I literally, we had a bit of money saved up already, a bit of a little nest egg. And with my mum being really sick and the frustration and grief that goes with that, we utilized that nest egg a lot. But then pedal to the metal, take it seriously. And you guys can go back, if you're ever curious, you can go back to the videos from August through to November, and you'll see that's when my mum got sick and eventually, sadly, passed away. And then you'll see in November, all of a sudden, things start kicking up. And I remember in November, Kylie, and viewers, friends, I said to you guys, I'd had enough. I needed to be accountable. And I thought, well, one, I'm accountable to Ali, of course, as she is to me. But I wanted to be accountable on a grander scale and have people go, hey, you said this thing. So I showed you guys for the first time my 90-day total, and it was $4,700. And I was very, very brutal, very, very brutally honest about it. And just to show you where we're at now, that is today. I think it's the 10th of May, 2025. I'm sitting at $20,050. Guys, this is a good milestone sort of marker to give you an idea of where you're at and what you would have pulled out of eBay during that time. Please don't forget, that includes money that you were paid for post. You were paid by the customer for postage, and that's an even worse figure if that is you are doing free postage. I don't understand free postage. I don't know if I ever will, and that's a conversation for another show. And I respect those of you who have decided to make that your business model, because everyone's different. So, Kylie, that was a 14-minute answer to probably something where I could have just gone, just work out how much stuff costs you and make sure you're earning that much. But it's way more than that. And it's a beautiful equation if we can just work it out properly. I still struggle and I still make mistakes. And there's weeks where I think to myself, holy shit, what am I doing? What am I doing? And the temptation's there to just maybe duck out and do a bit of paid work for another human. And then I have to go, well, thank God I've got Ali as my sounding board. But I have to think to myself, no. You're doing okay. You are doing okay. Just got to make sure you've got someone to talk to about it, guys. It's hard when you're by yourself, but it bounces back. Just keep. And the worst thing is about eBay, it's one of those things that even if you're going bad, you've got to keep doing good, because the instant you drop the ball on eBay, let me put it bluntly, it's going to shit on you financially. It will trash your dreams and aspirations. It will destroy any of the hard work that you've tried in a matter of days. It can destroy years of hard work within days. If that algorithm picks up that you no longer care or are not doing your best to facilitate sales, because at the end of the day, YouTube is a money-making machine that derives its income from you and from sales. So don't take your foot off even when it's terrible. But I can tell you right now, Kylie, and anyone else who's asking the question, should I do it? If that's in your heart and you really feel you can do it, and you've got to know that you have enough discipline, it doesn't matter when you do it in the day. Like, I'm not disciplined about that. Like, sometimes we will stay in bed till 11 in the morning, but then we're also working at 9 p.m. at night, because we understand we have chosen this lifestyle to have a better life for ourselves and how we view things and how we feel about working for other people, to working for ourselves and each other. And that is, like, whilst it's my business, she's going to be my best guide and my best boss, so to speak. And I guess I am to her as well, because we talk about everything. The lifestyle you may have, even when you're earning less money, is certainly worth it. The only advice as such, and I am doing quotations for those of you just listening, is please never put your home in jeopardy, your health in jeopardy, or your children's health, happiness in jeopardy by taking on this role as a full-time source of income. It's been some of the most incredibly rewarding work I've ever done in my whole life, aside from writing my books and serving my country during a conflict. But it is so rewarding. So talk to someone who knows finances, because I don't. All right. I know what works for me, and I know what works for us as a family. And even then, we're still learning. So talk to a financial advisor. Try to figure out what you can do. Do it for as long as you can, casually or part-time. There's people who earn way more than me, and they're part-timers or casual. I just love what I do, and I love being an everything seller, but I've also made some bad decisions in what I've been purchasing. That's why I went back to that warning earlier about not just buying things that you see me holding up during a stream, because they may have been crap that I spent too much money on and made too little on. So I hope that answers some of your question. Sit down with a loved one, sit down with a financial person who knows what they're talking about. Work out what you need to live, what you need to make if housing, like interest rates, go up. The cost of your private health cover, try never to drop that when you're doing this job, because if you get sick, No one's paying you. And please, please, the one thing I would say is always have a draft bank. I don't care if there's only one item per day of the week. Keep feeding eBay, and I would say do it daily. That's my advice. Thank you so very much for the question. I hope that I covered more of the salient points. I know it's not a dollar figure that I am going to be able to satisfy people with because we're all different. And I think that's what makes us all amazing. So thank you for the question. If you do have questions like that, either post them on the Geelong-Flipper family Facebook group or ask them in the comments. And where possible, I'll make sure that I'm crediting you or do a screen grab of your comment. It's just hard to keep track of it all, but we're going to be doing more of these, guys. I hope that was helpful, and I really like looking up at you because I don't have a double chin. All right, let's go pick some orders, and I'm going to kill this top angle. You see stuff here. If you need a listing buddy, go right ahead, get a Care Bear. I give it a cuddle. It goes home to you. Blatant advertising, but it's better than looking at just empty tubs. All right, guys, let's pick some orders and we'll talk about what I made, how much it cost me, and all that sort of nonsense and junk, all right? Back down to ground floor, please. Pip, pip. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to that. I know it's going to be a long show. I told you that at the start. I did move stuff around to incorporate just a little bit more, bright colors in the background because it just made sense. And some of you have messaged me saying, I want a Care Bear listing buddy. I've got way more of them, but they're just pretty to look at, and it's a bit more interesting, isn't it? Okay, so as I said earlier, I've got 10 orders to pick. I think 2 of them are a combined order. They're going to the same person, so we'll discuss that. Now, first cab off the rank is going to be a bit of a pain to get to, but I'll do it. I'm just going to adjust this mic. It's hitting my beard, so you may be hearing beard rustle. Not a beard, I don't call my beard rustle. It's just a sound that you may be hearing. I'm glancing out to see if my love is laughing. She's smiling or squinting. No, she was laughing, so that's all right. Mission accomplished. Keep the ones you love laughing. It's important. All right, so this is a Care Bear. It's in tub 50. I got $2,000 for it and I paid 50 cents. That is also a joke, but wouldn't that be amazing? We're talking earlier, if someone can convince, I don't know, rich people to become channel members, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Now, where are you? Where are you? Are you in here? Am I? No, you're not in there because it's not the right tub. I forgot. I moved everything a level, and so the things that I think are there aren't exactly where I think they are. Oh, there's actually another Care Bear in that one too. That's Grumpy Bear. Grumpy Bear. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to move some stuff so as I can reach in there. I shan't be but a moment. Ow. I just dropped the Batmobile on my foot. Okay, so this is Funshine Bear. Very, very cute. And there was a note, so I'm just going to assume that it is a viewer sale. And so, Angel, thank you so very much for buying this from me. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate the support from the channel. And if you're just a polite customer who never sees this, thank you anyhow. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a quick look here. All it was a thank you with a smiley face, but just in case you need this for reseller luck, squeeze time for the little guy, sending good Uncle Flip vibes, good reseller vibes, profitable vibes, and I hope that they extend into your home and bring happiness to you and make you a very profitable person. There we go, as long as you stay a good one. Okay, so that one there, I think it was $1. I sold it for 25 bucks plus postage. That was a good sale. This one I am stoked about. The next one, it's a book bundle, and I'm grateful for a number of reasons. And one of them is it will save me space. Not like up in outer space, but it will save me space in a tub. So in tub 36, which has now just been moved, 35, 36. Pick up the offending Batmobile that I dropped on my foot. Okay, tub 36. It is a book bundle, an Ando book bundle, 5 books. Let's just see if I can find it quickly. I've also got these vintage Lego street plates in there too. If anyone's after sort of expanding upon their Lego collection, you can find that in my store. Ando, now there were 5 of them, so I better get the iPad actually and make sure I'm picking up the correct titles. Otherwise I'm wasting time looking down there. So yeah, I paid $5 for these, sold them for 34, which is always a good transaction in my books. Guys, when you are getting started in this, don't do what I did and just get a whole heap of stuff. Sometimes they'll leave me thrust upon you and you shouldn't have it. But sometimes you get these books, and as long as you bundle them up, the Ando books, in my opinion, aren't really worth that much as singular books, but as a bundle, yeah, they do well. So, and you can generally pick them up for $1 or $2. I think you can see me down there. I'm up the other end. I know you can hear my voice though. So let's have a look and see what titles there were. Ando books. And I think I recognise the name here. So Faye, thank you for buying this bundle from me. It is appreciated, mate. So we've got that one. We've got the dark blue one. We've got that one there. We've got the yellow one. Yes, yes, yes. And now I need a really dark blue one. And then we'll be sweet. So I'm currently running 15% off all my books as well. So it's just a way of helping clear through, because I do have a lot of books. It's my, surprisingly enough, despite all the stuff that we talk about, it is my best category. So I think it's accountable for about 25% of my business. So, but I do like moving through it. And that does allow me to find other things. But I think from now on, when I'm buying books, I'll be focusing on bundling stuff, popular titles, popular authors, making sure I'm getting them for the right price. Because, yeah, if these Ando books by themselves, they're not worth it. I'm sure they're good books and I'm sure the kids love them. Okay, I've got them all together now. But for me to sell, no, not worth it. Not single. So, yeah, bundle your stuff, guys. If you've got the luxury of space, the bundling is a great way to go. On the live stream the other night, we were talking about bundling and just how I am space poor. And, you know, but I do agree, bundles will work for you folks. As long as you have stuff that is popular and stuff that will sell. It could be anything from Mr. Men books through to like your Ando. It could be Star Wars books. Doctor Who old vintage paperbacks do amazingly well. They are what I would put on your BOLO list, as long as you're getting them super cheap. And by super cheap, I mean $1 to $2 a book. If you're paying more than that, it's probably not worth it, unless it depends on your bundle. Like, for example, I sold 36 books, 36 Doctor Who books recently, and I got 300 and I think it was $365, something like that. That's worth it, because they were in a big bundle of books that I would have paid. Like, I've made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds off these books, and I spent less than 100 on them. But it also boils down to I love books, and I generally have a middling to fair idea of what I'm buying nowadays. But that was after making tons of mistakes. Here's the bundle of books, and they will fit into a small satchel. All I'll do with these ones here is I'll just put a bit of cardboard, or I'll fit them into a small padded, and with my Band 5 Australia Post discount, I will be able to send them for that amount of money. Something I do want to address too is with the band, like with the Australia Post stuff, you may think to yourself, I don't send enough. I don't care. Sign up for an account. When you're at the post office, remember to give them your QR code if you're not doing it at home. Let Australia Post start to track how much you are sending. And pretty soon you'll be in band 2. To get band 2, it's not that demanding. You can see the rates on the Australia Post, My Business Post website. It'll tell you how much you have to send. to get up to band 5, you do have to be sending a lot. You have to be sending, I think it's 360 something parcels over an 8-week period. So yeah, that is a bit more demanding. But once you get up there, you can start to understand, one, it's well worth doing. Two, sometimes you'll actually make a little bit of money. You're still charging the customer the right price. You're not ripping them off, but in the background, you are making money through your discounts that you worked for. So it's more about selling sensibly, sending sensibly, as opposed to just, you're not pocketing money just because you're ripping them off. It's because of your hard work, you're getting a discount. So, yeah. Okay, so another way to look at it is you're charging the correct amount of posts. And when I say you're making money, that's a very loose idea, because what it does is it allows me, for example, to make sure I've got the bubble wrap. I'm bubble wrapping things. I'm protecting things. I'm buying high quality cardboard boxes to ship my stuff. Look, I have jerry rig boxes from hardware stores and other places. They're sometimes good, but other times they're bad. These boxes from Australia Post, even though they're more expensive, they're made to be put in the post by the people who do the post. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? The different mailers that you buy, all this stuff that helps you be a better seller and send their products well wrapped. Getting up to that point can really help offset that, and it gives your customer a better experience too. So at the end of the day, we're about customer experience and providing goods at a good price that we then send on with courtesy and respect. Long-winded, I know, but it works. So sign up for my business post. Just do it. Just like, I'll wait. Just kidding. Just pause it or do something. But, it is worth it. All right. So those endo books are going to be almost ready to go. We'll get that tub out of the way before, well, no, I won't. I'll probably just trip over it for your entertainment. Now, you guys know I love these little buggers. Let me get this one out. This is, and I'm glad that you guys bought it. I would almost put money on it that it is a viewer, because I make a fuss of these. See this little guy? He's called a fuggler. So a funny, ugly toy, right? Or funny, ugly monster, sorry. But check him out. He reminds me of Bib Fortuna from Star Wars, except without the eyes, see? Sort of like that. And he's cute. And if you really want to gross yourself out, and I won't, but if you touch their teeth, the teeth feel real. Yeah, you get the idea. Let's have a look here. Okay, so this always freaks me out a little bit, because at the end of the day, this is going to Paraguay, and what looks like an address to them looks nothing like an address to me. And obviously I'm not going to repeat an address, but sometimes South America is one of those areas where the postage can be a bit iffy, where I've had stuff go missing, but I keep it open because, well, I do, and this won't be expensive. So when the customs people are looking at it, it won't go missing, hopefully. So yeah, this is heading off to Paraguay, and I got it for $2. I sold it for $28, and they are paying the shipping to get it over there. I'll pop it in a padded mailer, and we'll get it done. Very happy with that. I like selling the fugglers. I was going to buy some for myself, not only a couple. I love Batman, and there are Batman fugglers, and I think I've left it too late. I think because there was Batman, the Joker, and Harley. I think I left it too late, which was kind of stupid, because in the shops are only $10 each, brand new. Okay, so I'm really pleased with this purchase here. So this is from a dear friend of the channel and a channel member. This is Nana's Revival. Hi, Tori. Nana's Revival here, or Lois. I know who you are, Lois. Lois has been a channel member pretty much from the get-go, as has Rubber Duck Rye. So I do appreciate it, Lois. Let's have a look here. She is getting a cute golden book that I listed recently. I paid $1 for it. I am selling it for $12 plus postage, and it is going off to Nana's Revival. So I appreciate that, Lois, and I understand that you've had some bad health, and I am so thrilled that you are back on the mend. So that is in the death pile tub 2. Let me just locate it for you. And that was in the one that, it's just down here. That was in the one that I had to make good on to fill it up nice and tight, because it had lots of gaps in it from when I had a massive boxed item in it. If you guys don't know, the tubs above me are unlisted. There is a challenge in the channel, so I've been challenged to work my way through it, and I thought the best way of showing you guys what not to do is to work through that and sort of pay a bit of a penance for doing it. But this is the very cute little golden book that Lois bought. I love it, and Lois, I appreciate you so very much, but you already know that. So that's going off to Lois, going up to Queensland. Wish I had the money to go and hand deliver it, and then, you know, have a house up there and, you know, take long walks along the beach in the humidity, and with the Irriganji just swimming along the water waiting to zap me as I'm wearing my stinger suit. I know the talk, guys. I've been there. I know what it's like. This face is built for North Queensland, I'm telling you, right now. Oh, big shout out to Clint and Mackay. How you doing, mate? And say, look, I forget your boy's name, and I'm sorry about that, but it has been a while. But no, Clint and his son were lovely to me and Mackay. We caught up with them. I think it was at a Vinnie's. We did a couple of oppos together. Guys, if you haven't been to Mackay, I believe it's really good for resellers. There's a big church one there that's a bit of a rip-off, but the rest of it, it was good shopping. I was very happy with that experience. Do you see how I made eye contact with the camera then? It was a very good experience in Mackay. We drove up the Queensland coastline. It was the best time ever with my sweet girl. And yeah, we stayed in our little motorhome. So you'll see me doing Queensland thrifting videos occasionally. I'm not there right now. I wish I was, but they are from last year, and I'm just playing catch up because it was, yeah, when Mum wasn't well, so I felt weird about editing them at the time. So, but yeah, Queensland, I love it. The people are so lovely, and it made me happy in the sunshine. Even when it's raining, it's warm. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to shut this down. Death Pile tub 3 is done, and I'll go get it. I can still keep talking to you, so that's fine. Dun, 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 dun. I have listed everything in this tub, and I'm very pleased with that. But as I was bringing it over, I got a sale. I do have to get other things out of this car. So what I'll do is I'll place the tub up on the shelf so as we know to get the thing out. But I also have some other bits and pieces. I think it only cares about the live, but after I got booted off the live, they're Nerf blasters. I'm not going to be wobbling around or holding them like they are a thing. So I'm not even going to pretend with that anymore. But let me tell you right now, tip from the thrift, pick up Nerf blasters, check them for comps. They are worth good money. The end. It's not the end of the show. I'm just getting the Nerf blasters. So they are very, very good in terms of their saleability. Collectors, I have sent them to multiple countries. Make sure you declare what they are. Because of their shape, they look like a weapon, even though they're not. I've got about 5 in my hands at the moment, so you may hear a bit of rattling and jostling, but so they are well worth getting. All right, so there's Halo ones that you can consider getting. There's a zombie series called the Z series. As you can see, they're bright colors like that, and I'm not going to hold it up further than that. I honestly don't know. I had a look through. There are tons and tons of YouTube channels with someone holding a pew going doot, right? With real ones, and they're not taken down. So I think I'm going to have to have a read of the policies. I believe it's because it was a live, and because in the past people have done horrific things with pew when they've been live streaming. So that's never my intention. I'm never going to upset or hurt anyone. But yeah, I've just got these here, and I'll have to find a home for them. But I will also need to figure out if they're allowed to be on the video. But there are Nerf blaster videos with the toy clearly shown as what it is, and someone holding it like it was a real thing. I need to look up the YouTube policies a bit more, because I was utterly shattered when I was shut down. So we don't want that. It affects the ability to go live, and potentially affects the ability for us to even have a channel. So no, don't muck around with that stuff, guys. Because at the end of the day, they've got AI running it that doesn't know what you're really holding, can't distinguish until it gets better. And even when I appealed it, it came back almost immediately that my appeal had been rejected. Not orange peel, the appeal against what they did. And so yeah, that was not a good thing. So this particular item here, it is cute. And I don't know. Oh, wait, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. It's bizarre. It doesn't say repeat buyer, but I know the name, unless there was another person by the same name. Shane, thank you for buying this off me. This is a Winnie the Pooh plush. It was in my most recent death pile, and it's coming out of it. So if you saw it on the channel, mate, I appreciate the purchase. I've listed a lot of stuff today. This entire tub is all online now. I've spoken about it on lives. If you want to see what was in there, basically just have a look at my store, and the most active listings, because I know most people will watch when this comes out or the next day, they're in there. So I showed you Eagle Piggle. He sings and dances and works. Some of the DVD sets that I bought just the other day, and Lara. But this guy's cute. So he's a little piglet character, and he's got the foil, the tactile sort of ears. Here you go. Ready for ASMR? You can super thank me if it brings you comfort. Are you ready? Oh yes, the wind blew through the trees, and Piglet's ears picked up in surprise. Oh my God, he said, I am going to go and visit Winnie the Pooh in the 100-acre forest, and we are going to eat honey sandwiches and stuff like that, because we like it. And then, I don't know, Eeyore might come and complain about stuff. Okay, there you go. All right, so. What an idiot. Look, it makes me laugh. Ellie's laughing. I hope you guys are laughing. Or at least going, can you just get on with this idiot? But yeah, so that was just listed, and it's come out already, which is a lovely spot to be in. I haven't forgotten, I've got to get Death Pile Doom Tub number 4 out today. It's exciting. It is exciting. The overwhelming part is that we are now starting to need to list and place things above my head, which is not the ideal. I am actually thinking I am going to put that tub up there because I know it's not too heavy, but the ideal is to reduce the risk of being hurt is to not put stuff back up there necessarily, and I will be trying to allocate into these lower tubs as much as I humanly can, because some of these tubs are really heavy and I have to get up there on a ladder. So at the moment, I am just simply going to place this at the end, knowing it's a problem for, I don't know, Tory 20 minutes from now. Tory 20 minutes from now. Gotta climb up a ladder, but he knows how. Didn't. Okay. Tub 41, this was a good sale and I was happy to do it. Of course, I'm happy to do any sale, pretty much. Makes me sound like I'm selective over the things I like. Good one, Tori. So, yeah. This is in tub 41. It is going to Robert. Thank you so very much, Robert. It is an R.M. Williams polo shirt, 3XL. And I bought it for $2 and I sold it for 30. So that's a good sale. Let me get it out and I'll show you. I believe it's the one at the top here. Yep, R.M. Williams. So the quality of the polo, even though it is just a standard sort of polo shirt, it's a thicker material. It's nice. I like selling larger sizes. I've been a larger size, and I know sometimes it's hard to just walk into a shop and buy clothing. So I've told you before, as resellers, look for larger sizes. They do well for you as a business person, but two, you might really help someone who's having difficulty finding clothing their size at a local clothing place. So, Robert, thank you so much, mate. I do appreciate the business. Thank you. All right, Tub 5. So I sold a copy of Grand Theft Auto 4 Liberty City, and I paid $1 for it and got 15 plus post. So that's a decent little sale. I'm happy with it. Video games, though, I've moved away from them a lot lately. I pass up on a lot of the video games. This is how I also pre-package all of my listed my listed diecast cars. I just put them inside a tub in a bag that they don't get lost. I suggest you do the same. It does make it easier. All right, so let's find this game for starters. But yeah, getting back to video games, when I got started reselling, and I think it's more like, it is one of those weird things where you think, oh, you know, every video game will sell. Let me give you the hot tip. They don't. They just don't. It doesn't matter if you got it for $1 if it's a piece of crap. So let's just double check here. Liberty City, PAL, Complete Edition. Yes, that is it. So we'll get that one off as well. Grand Theft Auto is generally a fairly safe purchase. It isn't highly profitable. It's what we call in reselling a term called bread and butter, where if you buy it, there's a high chance it will sell, as long as it's at the right price point and you're not spending too much money on it to get it. I do recommend that title, but always check, because sometimes games have a downswing, they become less popular, and next thing you know, no one's buying the darn thing, and you're like, that guy in Geelong told me to buy that. But in this case, it's sold. So this is our double whammy. So we've got one of them's in Tub 10, the other one's in Death Pile. Let's have a look here, Death Pile 10. And give me a second, guys. I may have to move my vehicle. I'm not entirely certain. Someone else has pulled up who, by the looks of things, may have a storage unit near us. Nope, all good. Okay, drink. Better to check and do the right thing. All right, yeah, this next one is the double whammy that I told you about. One of them is in Death Pile Tub 1. You may hear background voices. It is people 2 or 3 things down. So if they're swearing and saying bad words, well, I swear too. It's human nature, but they may be inadvertently picked up by the microphone. Though, no, I've got the isolation thing on. Hopefully it's mainly just me. Well, you know, they might be more interesting. You don't know. So this was a double whammy, and I'll be able to fit them both in the one postage thing. So I'll do a baby refund there. I've got to get better at doing the whole combined shipping, or rather I've got to facilitate it. Okay, so things are heating up here in Storage Town. You may hear a lot of different conversations going on, but they still won't be me. Well, they will be me, but they'll be other people. Oops. Okay. So, Tub 10 was Batman Arkham City. These Batman titles, if you are a gamer, they are just flat out fun. Now, it was on Xbox, so the thing should be very visible. And also, guys, here's another Fuggler. They are cool beans. I like them a lot. But that is not what we're after today. We're after Batman, and I'm hoping the one facing away is Batman. And it was! 2 points for doing my job properly. Okay, so I'll have a look at the costings of that there. I'll give you an idea. Let's have a look here. I paid $2 for that one. I got $16. And for the other game, which I'm about to grab now, it was Fable. I paid, once again, I think $2 for that. And I got $15. Then I got shipping as well. And I'd like to say thank you to Ryan for purchasing multiple items from me. I do appreciate it. So, I think though, well, I don't think, I know at some stage I'm going to have to do the combined shipping thing because it's a pain in the butt facilitating postage refunds. I'd rather be able to say, hey, you just bought this thing, great, here's the full post, and now you've bought something else. You only pay a couple of bucks more or something, but you know, you don't get any more money back from me. I think that would work. That would work nicely. I don't know if I showed, I know I showed the cat, didn't I? The for real cat. It's the dog I don't think I showed you, except through a tub, looking like it was a dog corpse. It's not, it just needs batteries. Okay, Death Pole Tub 1. Hopefully we'll be able to see it nice and easily. I can see the Xbox. Yep, it's down the bottom, but I can see it. So once again, good problem to have. And it is nice when people are shopping through your site. It's all the way down the bottom here. But something I did want to bring to your attention, I have mentioned it before, but just in case you weren't listening, because I know we're all doing stuff while these things are playing, Xbox 360 games can sometimes go for considerably good money. Microsoft has pulled them off the digital store, which simply means for you that that's the only way they can get it, is by buying it off you. So do your comps on your Xbox 360 titles and you might be pleasantly surprised. I've got some at home that I've been putting off listing because I wanted to play them, but I do think I will be listing them soon. And I've got Silent Hill 2 for Xbox 360, but it was a remastered version. So stoked to have that. And I've got a couple of others in the personal. I don't play the Xbox very much. Guys, I'm doing YouTube, come on. So I've got those, and the rest I've got games for my Xbox Series X. I don't play online on the Series X. I do have an online account with the PlayStation, but I do not play online very often. That cat is pretty cute. I wonder, do you think the cat should, oh, that's pretty cute. Yeah, okay, cat is now going there. I have to change its location, but that is cute. It's cute. So is this Build-A-Bear. It's hi, I'm a Build-A-Bear. All right. So, wow, it's like a Storage King party now. People down from us, people directly across. So much fun for everyone to get to know each other and become friends and probably avoid each other's eyes, even though you're trying to see what's in their storage facility. Oh yeah, yep. You got anything for sale in there, guys? Let me know. Just carry it straight across. I was thinking of slipping a sign under everyone's storage thing saying, hey guys, got any toys or shit that you don't want? Just let me know. Regards, Uncle Flip. And then watch how quickly I lose my storage facility and have to look at Ellie and go, but I wanted teddy bears and fun things. Okay, was this the next sale? Yes, it was. Okay, it's actually the last item that we need to pick today. We'll quickly put them in their packaging and have them ready to just churn them out. Take some of the pressure off. Well, hopefully there's a lot of pressure on Monday, but yeah, just hope that we can get that done. So these are Colorado boots. I paid $5 for these and I got 55 bucks for them. So they were a good purchase. Your leather boots, particularly branded, safe bets, guys, but please do your own comps on them. Not just because I say to do it, but they tend to sell. And Colorado is a good brand. So there's one. He said confidently and then couldn't find the second one. So what I've done is I've got some boots. I'm going to sell one for 55 bucks. And then when I find the second one, I'm going to offer it to the customer for another 55 bucks. And I'll be like, hey, did you really want that? I'm just kidding. The pair's right here. I was filling in the spaces whilst I made you laugh, be shocked, get ready to write a complaining comment. God, I got some complaining comments when I joked that one other time. It was fabulous. I loved it. Okay, so these boots, they're beautiful. Colorado leather boots. Slip in, $5 into $55, guys. Can't go wrong. I do run promotions on a lot of my items, which means eBay gets to gouge me a little bit more. And in this case here, they certainly did. Out of that particular transaction, they paid $68 in total. The transaction fees on that were $9, which is a bit steep. And I also got swiped another $9.72 for having a promoted listing. But the thing sold and I still made money. I still got $49.05 from that. I will pay roughly $8 to $10. I will fit these in a small thing if it kills me, and and we'll get them off. So that is everything picked in this particular episode. Let's get it into packaging now, and we'll get it ready. I haven't brought the Joey printer to the offsite yet because I haven't, but I'll get the packaging done now. That at least this way we are good to go with that. Also, if you are new, these are the brand new mailers from eBay and Australia Post, the extra small flat rate padded mailer. It will hold up to 5 kilos. And at the moment, you have to pay for the postage through eBay, but postage is $4.28 until the 31st of May 2025. Use these as much as you can. That's what I say. Use these as much as you can. So come on down to Funky Town and we'll chuck some stuff in, mailing bits and pieces. And you can have the ASMR of the sound of me packaging up my sales. And I will write the customer's name, or at least their first name on the front. You guys know that. I don't want to accidentally display their names. So, but it helps me when I'm printing out the stuff after. So Ryan S. And that works just fine. These mailers are a bit tight around the edges. In a few videos ago, it looked as though I was reefing them apart, or my book apart, to make it fit in. And I guess in a way I was. But I'll show you a trick. It's going to make a bit of noise. But basically, when you've got the mailer and it looks like this, as though it's, doesn't expand very much, you can run your hands down along the outside and it sort of separates the mailer ever so slightly. You're not damaging it, but it now opens up like that, see? Makes a world of difference. So something like that, I could even possibly be cheeky enough to try to throw our Care Bear in there, because I know it's going to be safe, and it's still going to make it nice and padded. These mailers are quite good, and they do have, it feels like hex paper is their padding, as opposed to bubble wrap mailers. See, that goes in nice and easy with plenty of room. The Care Bear is protected, the hug is still intact, and it's going to cost me $4.28 to post it all the way up to Queensland. So I'm very, very happy with these mailers, and I'm extremely happy with the promotion. I sincerely hope that that they continue to do them, like at that price, though I think it's more of an introductory offer. But, can't hurt to wishful think. Let's have a look here. So that Care Bear, going to Angel. It's a nice name. I don't think I've ever sent anything. Well, it wasn't even to make a joke, because someone named Angel before. And certainly, at least not that I remember. And I have even sent one to a Tory, but I think it was a female Tory with an I, and it was probably a Victoria. Let's have a look here. So Piglet is now going off to Shane. Thanks, Shane. Good on you, mate. And these mailers make things so much easier. Like I said, just bang, throw it in. If it's something a little bit more splendid, or something that isn't as hardy, yeah, of course, put bubble wrap around it, then chuck it inside. That's why when we do have that excess money, you buy better things to package stuff. Some people would argue I could have just thrown that in a cardboard, little cardboard thing. Why when these things are so damn good? So no, that is the way I would choose to do that one. All right, so I think the R.M. Williams will even fit in that package as well. which simply means that I just have to do most of my postage through the eBay app, and I'll have to do that one to Paraguay through Aussie Post. At first I was like, oh my goodness me, I really need to go and buy more of these mailers, but I forgot, thinking that the deal lasts all that time. No, it doesn't. It lasts to the end of the month. But I am hoping, from what I've heard, that once these do all go live with the in Aussie Post stores, is that they will just be on your standard bands. Now, I'm going to be careful. One, because it's a nice shirt, but two, I don't want to damage the mailer. If I can't fit it in, that's fine. It'll go into a small satchel. But I believe, oh, there we go. It fit in nice and easy with a little bit of room. So it's just about thinking about how you send things, guys, learning where it's best to be buying stuff, whether it's through Australia Post, whether it's through eBay, and just about how you can save money to buy better things to send your stuff off in. All right, so let's have a look here. Just get a name on that. I chat so much I forget. Rob, thank you. There we go. When you are selecting your postage for these padded, flat rate padded mailers, make sure that if you're buying the postage through eBay, that you've got your printer ready, and you select Australia Post, not your own packaging, and then that will give you the option to select this item. I stuffed up the first time I tried to do it, but yeah, that's how you do facilitate that particular saving there. The PlayStation game, let's have a look here. Going to Phil, I think Phil only just became aware of the channel during the actual process of buying this from me. So thank you, Phil. I hope you enjoy your game, mate. Once again, putting in that mailer. Whilst I'm selling small things, I will continue to pummel them through this. I need to figure out, though, was that padded mailer price just the introductory offer, or if that is its ongoing price for buying a bundle of 10? I'm not sure. Probably you guys know. Comment if you know. You gotta know when to comment. Know when to tell me, yeah. Now, Lois, will your cute book fit in there? Because that would protect it nicely. Perfect. On its way to you, my dear friend. I like it. Guys, don't sleep on golden books. $1 into $12. It's good shopping for them and for you. And some of the golden books that I've got are worth way more than that. Some of them I've sold for $30, $50. I've got a golden book at the moment that's up on the store with previous sold comps of over $100 for the book. Do not sleep on it. Don't sleep on ways of making money, particularly if you're getting started in this particular thing, because you may be starting without a lot of money and you're wanting to find ways of switching up, doing better, feeding your family, creating a better life for yourself, going on that $10,000 a year holiday because you don't want to use the money from your regular job. Reselling can do all that for you. So do consider it. Por favor. Okay, so fitting Ando into a small mailer like that was, going to be pushing S uphill. So I don't know why I said that. I say the F word on here, but I didn't feel like swearing then. So just into a padded mailer, nice and safe. Let the padded mailer do the work for you guys. There we go. Awesome. And that was Faye, I think. Yeah, it is Faye. Thanks, Faye. And I may actually leave them here in my mailing bag that I can just collect more of them and then do the whole lot in one hit to get the postage done. I'm going to pop the Fugly, Fugler. The Fugly Fugler. Fuck's sake. Pop that into a padded bag. So get it over to Paraguay where, I don't know, someone will steal it and I don't know. I hope they don't. We've had expensive things go missing over that part of the world. I don't believe it was scammers or scams or anything like that, or scan fry in a scan pan. Equally eggs and ham. I do not like it, Sam I am. So Matthias. All right. That is everything but the shoes, and I think they will, if I try really hard, I'll get them into a small padded mailer as well. Just pop them together in any kind of weather. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll end up going to a satchel and I'll just pop something around them. I always think when I hear the word pop, I think of the movie It, how when Pennywise drags Georgie into the gutter and he goes, "Oh, can you smell the popcorn? I like popcorn." It goes pop, pop, pop. And then he kills the kid. So, I don't know. Draw the correlations where you will or where you won't. Either way. Are you going to go in there? Are you going to go in their shoes? With all due respect? Are you going to get into your forever home? I don't think it's going to happen. And guess what? I know you guys can hear me. But the lady across is staring at me. She's like, "Why are you talking so much?" Padded mailer? Yes. No? At least look. Her face is telling me don't do that. They fit, they're going. Double check. Yep, they're going in that. That's good. It's good for the whole family. And by the way, thank you, Stephen, for your purchase. Nice pair of shoes. Awesome. All right, guys, that does wrap up Pick Pack, Pickety, Pick Hip Hop, Pick Pack. I'm going to go home now, do more listing. I don't know if Ali's coming home or going to be here a bit longer, but it's getting warm in here. So, yeah, I might pick up the stuff for the dinner and get myself some cheeky snacks to gobble while I'm listing. And I might see you guys tonight, but if I don't, then, well, I guess I won't be seeing you guys tonight if I don't see you. But if I do, I will be. And if I don't, then oh, wait, I forgot something. Hang on. I forgot something. This is a long video, isn't it? I did forget something, and this is welcome to Doom Pile, Death Pile. I just got that wrong. Doom Pile Death Challenge 04. As per the challenge, I show you what is in here. You then later see it on my eBay store. So there's a fair bit of stuff to get through here, but I'm going to work my way through it. A lot of this was actually movies that I had watched but knew I'd never watch again. So if you're wanting to do some movie watching with Flip, know that I have seen pretty much everything in here before and not much of it was stock. All right. Some of it is amazing, so I'm going to start straight away. If you've never seen Metal Apocalypse, watch it. It's a cartoon about a death metal band. They do tour in real life. And yeah, some of you, so Flutterby went and saw them live in concert. They are fabulous and the cartoon is hilarious. So that is from memory season 1 and season 2. That's there. I'm just going to quickly go through the stand. The book is way better, but that's good. Con Air, Nicolas Cage acting God. Left Behind, Nicolas Cage acting God. I want to watch all of his stuff. I don't need to keep all of his stuff. The Gift. Clint Eastwood directed. Letters from Iwo Jima, World War II. Nicolas Cage, Vengeance. He is the law. Of course he is. He's bloody Nicky C. And I'm glad the microphone wasn't even on me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that distant audio. I'm going to plug in now. There we go. That's better, isn't it, everyone? Escape Plan 2. The first movie was good. That was not as good. Force of Nature. Can't go wrong with Mel Gibson acting crazy. Now, this was by Kurosawa. Ran. It is a classic. I love Eastern cinema. I think it is amazing. Nicolas Cage, horror movie Mandy. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. And you know what? I might keep that one. If you see it in the shop, you know I decided to sell it. The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro, who I love. Kelly's Heroes, old war movie. Moonlight, heartbreaking, but it won an Academy Award. If you haven't watched Snatch, you haven't watched movies, Guy Ritchie is amazing. The Tall Man, didn't like it that much. It's a horror title though on Blu-ray. You guys who are collecting that stuff. Old School Hip Hop, Cypress Hill double pack. I've got those as separates. This is a good one, Maggie, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Basically, it's a story about a guy whose daughter is becoming a zombie, and as she is dying, he's struggling efforts to be a father. This is a solidly good, emotionally wrenching movie. Okay, The Wire. If you haven't watched this, I think the whole lot's in there. This is one of the best television shows ever, like flat out ever. One of my very favorites is Breaking Bad. This show, oh my God, utterly incredible. So it's about basically the Baltimore cops. They run wiretaps to get the drug dealers. It's incredible. So if you haven't watched The Wire, you are sleeping on greatness. Another good series, I got season 1 and 2, and then it was cancelled, but it was amazing. Rome, Ancient Rome, kind of Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones became a thing. So I'm sure the books were around. That was brilliant. Metal Apocalypse again. So that must be season 3 that I've got just there. White Boy Rick. Now, Korean masterpiece, Old Boy. Make sure you watch that. It's crazy. Crazy, violent. It has got an R rating for a reason, but put up with the foreign language, even if you don't like it, even if you don't like reading subtitles. We Were Soldiers Once and Young, Mel Gibson. This is heartbreaking. It's about from memory, the Vietnam War. I watched it a long time. Yeah, Vietnam. And it's called The Valley of Death that they're in. And they were basically, and I think it ended up becoming known as Hamburger Hill, because literally they were ground up like beef by machine gun bullets and stuff like that. Heartbreaking, but amazing. Claire Foy, Unsane, that was a good movie. Not so good, at least it wasn't for me, but Liam Hemsworth is a good actor. Killer Man, didn't enjoy it so much though. Not his fault, just didn't like the movie. This was a fun one. The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot. American Hustle, which I loved. Jiu-Jitsu, I bought it for Nicolas Cage. He is a fumbling, bumbling wreck of an actor in this movie. His part is terrible. Old School with Nicole Kidman, Trespass. Oh my God, if someone buys all these, you're going to get my the Nicolas Cage bundle. I'm going to check, will Nicolas Cage, out of this, would he sell as a bundle? Nicolas Cage bundle. I don't know, I like the sound of it. This movie is another must-watch. It is sci-fi. The CG is incredible, though. It's Alita Battle Angel. It's based on a anime, and it is sheer perfection from start to finish. A droid falls to Earth. She is reconstructed, but it turns out that her body is made out of some sort of special battle droid armor, but she's raised as a girl, and eventually she has to fight for what is right. And my goodness gracious, she does. Nicolas Cage in The Runner, another classic. Full Metal Jacket. You need to watch this if you like war movies, or if you just want to see how good a director Stanley Kubrick is. You need to do that. All-time classic that I loved, Tombstone. In that one, Val Kilmer is fantastic in it. And the line, "I'll be your huckleberry," that's where it comes from. So make sure you see that. I don't know if I'll sell these because they're ex-video shop ones. And this, unfortunately, even though this show, 6 Feet Under, is utterly beautiful. It's a story of a family who own a funeral home, but it's way more than that. This is common and it is cheap, and you can get it as a box set. So these may go in the either donate or just get rid of pile. Nicolas Cage in Ghost Rider. This was stupid fun. So from Jay and Silent Bob, this is Jason Mewes in his version of a horror movie, The Devil's Tower. The acting is deplorable. It is good for a laugh and not much else. X-Men. Watch this one, JFK by Oliver Stone. Utterly amazing. The East is good too, and it has got Alexander Skarsgård in it. You may know him from True Blood and a lot of other stuff. Tokarev was another fantastic Nicolas Cage movie. I highly enjoyed that. The Tokarev is a name of, from memory, a Russian pistol, and that's what that one is about. Now, this is something that you may want to get into if you're a fan of the series, Death Note. This is a live action. Death Note, Light Up the New World. Light Yagami is on, well, I'll let you find out. But let's just say Ryuk is back. The team are back. And if you haven't watched the anime, you're on crack. Okay. Apollo 13, I love that movie. That was Tom Hanks. It was beautiful. Platoon is another must-watch war movie. Yeah, this is a lot of my personal stuff that I just have decided to pass on. This is crazy. Nicolas Cage in Looking Glass. I really would love for you to watch this too. It is scary. It is good. Just really, really well done. Creepy as all get out. Like, just watch it. It's horrible, but in a good way. That's the thing I love about him. He does roles, and he is, like when he won his Oscar, it was deserving. He is a fantastic actor. He just often takes on bad scripts, which reflects poorly, but he still gets paid. Quatermass and the Pit, just another fun little horror from way back when. You guys asked to see these. Cold of Chucky, that was fun and stupid. The Green Mile was beautiful and heartbreaking. Birds of Prey wasn't that good. It should have just been called Harlequin. She's the main character. She's really the only reason anyone went to see it. And if you looked at it in that vein, it was okay. DC really struggled with their movies, except for the Batman series as a rule. But that was okay. Suicide Squad wasn't bad at all. I far preferred it to that. This is Marilyn Manson and Let Me Make You a Martyr. So yeah, it's pretty confrontational. It's by Monster, who put out some pretty full-on stuff. So Manson is actually a good actor. I saw him in, I think it was Sons of Anarchy, and he was fabulous in it. So don't be fooled. That one is accidentally in here, and it is not for sale. If you ever want to see a really good fight movie, that movie, The Raid and Raid 2, are phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, so Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It was fun, but not particularly good. These are watch once, I think. I like them, and I'll go when they're at the movies, but they're certainly not keeping material for me. National Treasure and National Treasure 2 were good. The Rock was an absolute classic. Yeah, there's a lot of personal in here, but there's a lot of cool stuff too. Let's have a look here. Chaos Walking, The Drop, The Unholy wasn't that good. It was okay. I don't get scared by this stuff because I watch a lot of it. Marvel Civil War, that was a good one. The Imitation Game was a really good one too. Once again, heartbreaking. Venom, the first one was the best in my opinion. Carnage was okay. I love Woody Harrelson. He did not convince me as Carnage. Southpaw was good. Jake Gyllenhaal, one of my favourite actors. Fifth Wave, Dangerous was okay. Scott Eastwood's a really good actor. He just hasn't been given a lot of great roles. And when you've got Kevin Durant as one of the main actors and he's an NBA bloody basketball player, well, what do you expect? Baby Driver. Get this. Watch it. I don't care. Just stream it. Whatever. Get this movie. It is lots of fun. And I do like the fact more than anything, Baby Driver, his name's Baby and he's a driver. He listens to music all the time. And the way that they do it when he's walking around and he sees the songs, that was clever. Even if you don't like the rest of it, it's cleverly done. And there's a Run the Jewels song in that one. So get around that, or at least watch the video for that song by Run the Jewels, Baby Driver, because they've somehow integrated the group Run the Jewels into the footage from Baby Driver. Like they get in the getaway car with them and it's done really well. This was fun, Free Guy. I do like this movie. It's about a computer game non-player character who all of a sudden becomes a hero. It is really neat. That's fun. God, this is like Tori's movie reviews, unnecessary ones. Godzilla, I like Godzilla. Last Full Measure was a good war movie. Good, Bad, the Ugly, Clint Eastwood classic. Get into that. The Running Man is a really fun one too, back from when he was at his prime. And this is Bruce Lee, no holds barred in Fists of Fury. Love Bruce Lee. It is interesting to see little snippets of him shown in a not so flattering light. Violation is a Shudder movie. Morbius was crap. And then the second time it was okay, but not good. Deadwood is a fantastic TV series. The movie expected you to know too much about the TV show, but I do love whoever he is. His name's Al Swearingen in this series. Shane something. Grand Hotel or Grand Budapest Hotel, another good movie. We're almost done. Good. That was good, but confronting. Ghost Rider, I liked it. A lot of people didn't. They'll redo that movie with better CG at some point. Blade Runner 2049, not bad. 7 Minutes was good. Downsizing was ho-hum. 14 Blades, another Asian classic, especially when you're looking at Donnie Yen being in it and Sammo Hung. That is a really good movie. All right. So Better Call Saul shouldn't be in there. This movie was beautiful. You can't have it, I don't think, so I want to watch it one more time. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Beautiful movie. Well thought out. Beautifully acted. Absolutely classy bit of cinematography, that one. Loved it. You can't have it. Uncharted was good fun. I did struggle with Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, but he is a good actor and it was still a fun time. Think of Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. Fargo. If you haven't seen this, you don't like movies, and I really implore you to get it. I don't care if it's not of me. Watch this movie and then watch the TV series. It is sublime. If you like end of the world stuff, this is a cool movie, Moonfall. I really, really enjoyed it. It's sad, it's filled with action, and it's got Patrick, what's his name from, let's have a look here, Patrick Wilson, and from the Conjuring series, movies. I didn't like this one much either, though I felt bad for them all. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. As a one watch, it was fine, but if you're a Marvel collector, have at. I'll allow you. Next was good. You Can See the Future. I enjoyed it. Didn't like this one. Bill and Ted Face the Music. It was nowhere near as good as Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. In my opinion, it was extremely try-hard and an absolute waste of time. But I'm really selling that well, aren't I? Body of Lies. Good movie. Two good actors in it. Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe. Script was really good. Well acted out. Monsters University. Well, it was okay. 21 and Over was good. Then you've got Kill Chain. Now, I will put some of these aside until I get the whole set because I know I've got them. Oz is another one of those amazing TV series that you really should have watched. Confronting, horrible, about life in a prison called Oswald Penitentiary or whatever. Okay, so this one is Detective Chinatown. It's the third one in the series, but they are all self-contained. Just good fashion, Chinese martial arts, slapstick humor. It is honest to goodness good fun. South Park, Brand New Sealed, second season of it. Oh my God, Hayden, this is hilarious. I found your movie. I've just found your movie. Okay, I'm going to take this home and see if you still want it. We'll make this happen for you. Wow. I hunted high and low. Thank goodness I'm doing the Death Pole Doom Challenge because I looked in 15 tubs of listed stock for that movie. Hayden's one of the viewers, channel members, and he bought that off me and I couldn't find it. And he very gladly swapped it for a copy of one of my books. That's the movie. I'll let you know as soon as I finish filming. The Muppets, lots of fun. Paid $2 for it, probably get 3 for it. And The Wire is, again, continuation of that TV show. I'll bundle that up though, there's 5 seasons. And The West Wing, once again, amazing script writing and such a stellar cast. If you like political drama that's heavy on dialogue and very low on action, wow, The West Wing. Aaron, what's his name? Wrote it. Can I find his name on there? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm not going to find it in time. It gets boring waiting for me to do this. Aaron Sorkin, sorry. Aaron Sorkin was behind that one. Absolutely brilliant. All right, guys, you don't have to stand around and wait while I stand around. I hope you're sitting doing something. Imagine you were standing here for all this time. Okay, you poor buggers. That is Death Pole Doom Challenge Tub 4. I've got to contact Hayden, and I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, night, evening, or whatever. Thank you so very much. If you stayed all the way through, subscribe. Please do share it with a friend. It really helps the channel. Big thank you to all the channel members who put their money where their mouth is. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys either live or on the next video. Alrighty, that's been a long one. I told you we covered a lot of stuff though, and I hope you got some value out of it. Later.